So valuation is skyrocketing in the private market, Alex, right?
Indeed.
And some of your funds actually seek to align with the SDGs. So I wonder, how do you source and diligence these projects, and how difficult has it been to find these projects?
So yeah, we do have funds which seek to align themselves to SDGs. We've also got restricted lists of industries we don't touch. But when you look at a company, and particularly in Asia Pacific, you've got to realize that a lot of the companies are starting from much lower bars than they are in North America or Europe or parts of Australia. And when you come to that company, you can be the change to move them up to another level. You won't get them to Scandinavian qualities of production or employee standards straight away. But if you can take what they are and recognize what they are and be a catalyst for change and advance them into another level, then you're doing a good job. So we do have restricted lists of industries we don't touch. Coal, oil and gas, net fishing, those sort of industries. But we do try to differentiate ourselves by actually rolling our sleeves up and going into more difficult industries, which we know are needed around Asia Pacific if we believe that we can be the change in that industry. I'll give you an example. In Indonesia, one of the very high risk or development finance institutions call it Category A industries are rubber and palm oil. Rubber and palm oil, you can say this is a terrible sector, we're not going to touch any of these industries, it's all a sin. But they are actually the number one employer for rural Indonesians. And Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world, so they do need that employment. We did a deal a couple of years ago in Sumatra with a rubber plantation, where, as you know, one of the key issues in Sumatra is the farmers they'll deforest some land, they'll plant a rubber plantation there, they'll suck out the nutrients from the soil, and then they'll burn it off and move on again to another area of rural land. And we came there and we were approached by a local company which said that they wanted some financing and they actually wanted to change what they were doing. They wanted to keep their employment, keep their business running as a rubber plantation, but they wanted to change it to a more sustainable rubber producer. So we said, well, at first it was, should we ever touch this? It's a very difficult industry to go into, high risk, and also high risk for the firm in terms of our reputation. But instead we sought partnerships and a way which we could achieve their vision, because no one was providing them capital.